Hey guys, we are back with some more New York Islanders franchise mode, and in this one, we're not in the playoffs. For the first time in quite a few years, actually. I believe since year number 3. Maybe even, we might have even been in the playoffs in year number 3. I can't remember exactly, but it's definitely been a while since we've been out of the playoffs. And I'm not really sure what to blame. I think it's partially our defense, partially our goaltending. It definitely wasn't offense. As we take a look here, Oliver Wahlstrom, 51 goals, Bennett Streit, 45, Cizek, 20, Mueller, 20, Barzal, 17, Ragnarsson, 16, and take a look at points. Then you got 88 for Wahlstrom, Barzal with 85, Streit with 67, Mueller, 64. Mr. Consistency right here, as he's nothing but 60-point seasons ever since he's entered the NHL. 62, 60, 170-point season, 62, 64. So, yeah. Really consistent right there is Andres Mueller. Tim Cizek with 53. He had a breakout year. Ragnarsson with 45. Riley 45. Horvat 36, who we acquired at the trade deadline to improve our penalty kill. Commodore 35 points, mostly playing on the third line. Ottoson 29 points. Pouliot in his rookie season 27 points. Hines in his rookie season as well with 23. Bodie Wild with 22. Severson 21. Pekka Rinne with 20, Butcher with 18, Montour with 15, Durant with 13, and then Shen in 4 games played had nothing. And as we take a look at face-offs, we were, for the most part, solid at the face-off circle all year. Commodore was our best guy, 57.6, Barzal 56.6, Horvat didn't take face-offs for us. He took the majority of those in Vancouver. Mueller was a 51.1 on 945, so that's good. Pouliot was the only guy under 50% who was consistently taking faceoffs, but so for the most part, we were a solid possession team, at least right off the faceoff. And then in terms of hits, you have Durant 164, Horvat 155, Ottoson 142, Mueller 134. Montour 114, Riley 113, Barzal 111, Commodore 105, Streit 104. So there's definitely not a lack of physicality, especially not in the top 6. Then there's Cizek 31, Ragnarsson 31, Butcher 45, Pekka Rinne 65. So there's no one who's really not going to be throwing hits every game, other than Cizek, Ragnarsson, and Butcher. They might throw a hit every 2 or 3 games. Pouliot, Hines, and Pekka Rinne, they might be able to be better as a 4th line in terms of hits. So maybe upgrading our 4th line is something we look to do in terms of physicality. Because remember, we placed Bo Horvat there on the 4th line to end the season just to see if his physical presence would do something. And we clearly didn't make the playoffs. So it didn't do enough. It might have done something, but it didn't do enough. And also, Horvat just doesn't belong on the 4th line. So we definitely need to improve on that in the offseason. And then takeaways to giveaways. Barzal is good. Wahlstrom is good. Horvat's good. Commodore could have been a lot better. Streit, that's fair. 53 even. Cizek, very good. Ragnarsson, good. Pekka Rinne was good. Hines was good. Butcher was very good for a defenseman in terms of his turnovers. Riley, he was good as well. Mueller could have been a lot better, because considering his normal ratio is somewhere around 2-1, right? Yeah, 60-37 was his ratio last year, and now it's 42-54. So it's definitely a down year for Mueller in terms of his turnovers compared to how many he should be getting. And then Ottoson really did not do well there, and it didn't help that he was on the penalty kill, but we didn't have too many other options on the penalty kill, and that's why we traded for Bo Horvat. But even with Horvat, he was still one of our better penalty killers, and he gave away the puck a lot. So maybe we consider getting another penalty killer out of free agency or a trade. Pouliot wasn't too bad, 38 and 36. Montour, not too bad for a defenseman, 37-55. Durant, that's going to happen, 32 and 76. Severson, 28 and 48. And then Wild, 26 and 81. I think his contract's up this year. I'm not sure if we're going to renew Wild. He hasn't exactly been impressive. I mean, he's getting 20-point seasons here on the top 6 defensive pair, and he's not bad physically, but his turnovers are kind of concerning. And he's only an 81 overall. We could potentially upgrade him. And then as far as goaltenders go, yeah, a little bit of a down year for goaltenders here. Jason Hutchinson with a .905 save percentage in 62 games. And he's obviously no John Gibson with what John Gibson did last year for this team. But he is still promising, as he did have a good start to his career here in these 19 games here. .933 save percentage the year before. .905 now, but you got to remember it was his first year as a starter. He still has room to grow, so we're going to stick with Jason Hutchinson in goal for right now. And Jace Oda was pretty solid as the backup, .911 save percentage in 24 games played. So really can't complain from him too much. But yeah, I think we just need to be all around better defensively next year. That's really what killed us this year, is we were consistently letting in 3 goals or more per game up until around the end of the year. So yeah, definitely need to improve there. Penalty kill definitely needs to improve as well. And maybe get a defensive forward along with Ottoson and Horvat to help out with the penalty kill. So we can't do the awards now. That hasn't updated yet. We'll check out the team stats, as I don't believe we did any of this in the last video, as it ended in a rage. And then goals for per game, we are 3.12, so we're clearly able to score goals, but our issue, the majority of last year, was goals against per game, 2.93 we ended the year off of, but for the most part last year, we were hovering above 3. So we definitely need to improve that. Power play wasn't an issue, so we know we're a good offensive team, but penalty kill was 78.9. It hovered around a 79 for the majority of the entire year. No matter what we did on the penalty kill, it didn't seem to fix it, so that's definitely something to improve. Defense in general just needs to be better. Home, we were 19-19-3. Away, we were 23-14-4. And in the last 10 of the season, we were 6-3-1. So we had a decent run at the end of the season when we needed to make a push for the playoffs, but we couldn't recover from that horrible start that we had. That's really what killed us. So I think with all that, we will, there's not much to do at this point besides simulate up to the draft, so I guess we'll go there. And if I'm not mistaken, we did trade our first round pick. We do have first round picks, it's just not ours. And I'm pretty sure those first round picks are used to belong to teams that are currently in the playoffs. So we'll just simulate up to the draft. I don't think there's any reason to get excited with the draft lottery. So I will see you guys in 1 second. Oh, and there's no AHL playoffs either. Bridgeport was absolutely terrible. 18-42-12. So Volkov was the goaltender down there for the majority of the year. But, I just wanted to get him some wins, and he obviously didn't get too many. But yeah, he had to play, so that's why Bridgeport was also bad. So just a general bad year for the New York Islanders organization in total. But besides that, let's get to the draft. So the Stanley Cup champions are the San Jose Sharks, and the Calder Cup champions are the Cleveland Monsters. So let's see what happens here. Salary cap maximum is $103 million, and the minimum is $83 million. Okay, so let's see what happens here with the draft lottery. It'll be interesting to see. Imagine if our pick is first. Okay, good. Detroit. Detroit's at the bottom there with our pick, and we don't have any pick that we traded for. So we're not in the draft lottery there. We will check the draft class right before the draft here. So let's take a look at potential. I already have a couple of guys marked. Wellwood, there's Isaiah Agostino going 15th. But I wouldn't imagine we're picking anywhere in the top 20. So we may not even get a chance to take Wellwood. Oh, God. Not even going to try with that one. There's Mikhail Erzberg. Ooh, he's not bad. Goal scoring, offensive instincts, puck protection, A for shooting, B, C minus, B minus. Where's he going? He's going like third round. Yeah, we have like, if I'm not mistaken, we have about 4 or 5 third round picks. So yeah, we could definitely take Erzberg. Sweeney, he's not exact. There's Lilia. We already have so many elite goaltenders. Alright, so let's go down a little bit here. Let's see. Low elites. This guy, Nicholas Berry. I was looking at him before I started the recording, and oh my. Low elite potential, A minus, A minus, B minus. He is absolutely phenomenal. He may even be able to play in the NHL next year, to be honest. 6'1", offensive defenseman, like that's a gem. We need him. We need to take him with one of our first round picks, because I believe we have 2 that we traded from other teams. And then Shab Bigra, he's pretty solid as well, but we're definitely prioritizing Nicholas Berry there. Kobasu, low elite, he's a gem. It's not bad. He's a gem, so we'll pin him. Allison, B minus, D, C. Bauk, yeah, I'll skip all these guys who aren't exact. And there's Rene Letang here. I only pinned him because he's a gem, though we don't have an exact reading on his potential. And then we have, let's see, Mirnov. No, these guys are all going top 10. Charand. Ooh, he's pretty good. A plus, B, A minus, B minus, B minus, B minus. Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. Latipov, he's not too bad either, but I think I'd rather take Charand, yeah. Bursch. Again, all these medium top 6s are pretty good. Well, actually, Bursch as well. He's supposed to be 71, so that could be a steal in the third round there. But yeah, as far as the first round goes, I would rather take Chartrand as far as forwards go for medium top 6s. And then I also want to get Barry for sure. Definitely Barry. And then we'll go all the way back down here. Taking a little bit. Not going to try that one. Kovalchuk, Meach, Omen. And then there's Thorburn. Thorburn's pretty good as well. Olsen. Oh, he's not too bad. Physical defenseman. Damon Janes. He's not bad either. But then again, all these guys are going top 20. I wouldn't see... I don't think we're picking... Might pick top 20 with one of our picks, but I don't think we're getting top 20 with both first rounders. So I would rather take Pedro Thorburn here. He's the two-way. Well, then again, Janes is supposed to go later, according to Central Scouting. So I'll keep him pinned. Leonard Quick. Nope. Kruger. Again, I'd rather take one of these guys. Kruger is actually going in the mid-second round. So keep that in mind. And doesn't appear to be anybody else here. So we'll keep going up to the draft. Player retirements. Let's see. So Kovalchuk retires. Giroux retires. Bergeron retires. Vanek. Parise. Couture. Neal. Lucic. Subban. Hornqvist. Simmons. Yandel. Shattenkirk. Foligno. Zuccarello. Giordano. Frolik. Perot. Dadanov. Grabner. Ennis. Delzato. Smith. Braun. Calvert. Wingles. Clifford. Okay. And then in terms of goaltenders, we have, oh my, Henrik Lundqvist apparently retiring again. If I'm not mistaken, he already retired like a couple of years ago, and now he's retiring again, so I guess this is official. Marc-Andre Fleury, Devin Dubnyk, Ben Bishop, Anders Nielsen, Keith Kincaid, Mike Condon, Chad Johnson, Svedberg. Okay. So that'll be it for retirements. Let's get up to the draft. And let's try to go through it as quickly as we can here, as we do have quite a bit of the draft already set out for us. So let's see where we're picking. We're picking 24. anybody that we want still be available there. Barry's available. Oh, he's gone up there in the central scouting rank. Before he was like 39, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to take Barry right now. I don't want to pass up on Barry, because if you take a look here, yeah, A minus, A minus, B minus. Not passing this up. Welcome to the Islanders, Nicholas Barry. Next pick. Yeah, our next pick was 31. I don't think Barry would have dropped it there. I really don't. So with this, I think we'll take Sean Bigra. Unless there's another guy who we want. That's way down here. Kobasu. I think I'd rather take the other guy here. Kim Kruger. No. Yeah, I think I'll take... Yeah, we'll take Bigra. Welcome to the Islanders. Simpson user pick. Okay, so there's... there's that medium elite goaltender who I can't pronounce. There's Letang. Well, in terms of value, this guy would make the most sense. But then again, we have so many medium elite goaltenders. We have Oda, we have Hutchinson, and then we have Volkov, who's a medium franchise. I mean, we really don't need another medium elite goaltender, but when it comes to value, this guy is by far the best when it comes to this part of the draft. Yeah, you know what? I mean, we're just drafted for value at this point, so welcome to the New York Islanders. Alright, so going to the third round here. We have a lot of third round picks, as you can probably tell. Picking fourth. We're picking right here. We're picking right here. We're picking here. And we're picking here. Yeah, 5 third round picks. Nikolai Kolesnik is not being shopped. So here we go. Burish. Let's sort by potential. There's Erzberg on the board still, and then Fallon, Brody Fallon. He's going later. I know Erzberg is going to go later in the third round, but I'd rather not pass up on him right now, so let's just be safe and take him right now. Mikael Erzberg, well, welcome to the New York Islanders. Pick 15. Let's see, so... That's medium elite defenseman yet. Fallon, 106. He's probably going in the fourth round. I'll take him with one of the later picks in the third. So we'll sort by central scouting rank here now. Ahonen, I want someone who's a top 4 at least. There's a low elite here in Allison. He's not too bad. 92. Anybody else? Who do we have pinned? Come on now. Come on now. There we go. So we have 3 pinned that are left. Allison's the highest ranked. So yeah, I'll just take Israel Allison here. Welcome to the New York Islanders. Sim to user pick. Round number 3. And I guess we'll take Fallon now. I don't really have any other guys who I want to take at this point. We'll just take all of our pin guys, and then it's really going to be a crapshoot after this pick here when we take LaBarbera. Welcome to the New York Islanders. And yeah, if we can't find a reasonable pick within like 2 minutes, then I think we're just going to auto draft the rest, because there's really not too much to go off of here. And I don't think it would matter if I did it or if the computer did it. It's probably going to be the same result regardless. So the best we have here is a medium top 9. Filatov. And then Hirma. Not really much. Kutta. He's pretty good. Hughes. Not Jack, unfortunately. Pedro Weidman. Wilm. Yeah, not much to go off of. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was... Yeah, Kutta, he's pretty good. He's got the B minus, B minus. Yeah, I'll take Carol Kutta here. With this pick. Sim to user pick. And presuming, again, that I can't find anyone here, we will just... auto draft. Or maybe even I'll just take the highest rank, but I'm pretty sure that's what the auto draft would do anyway. but this guy is a bust, apparently. So I'll pass on him. We'll go for Delzato. Yeah, I mean, at this point, just, yeah, cemetery draft. Here we go. All right, so, welcome to the New York Islanders. Barry, Bigra. I'm going to take a stab at it. Vahi-Holahi. That's my best guess. Erzberg, Allison, Fallon, LaBarbera, Cutta, Delzato, Weidman, Kabanov, and Pressberg. Welcome to the New York Islanders. So next up would be the re-sign stage, and I don't think we have too many big names here in this re-sign stage. I'll work on scouts later. So as we go into contracts here, obviously we got all of our big guys tied up. And then UFAs, we have Bastion. I can just release him. Desharnais, 62, 20 years of age. How was he in the queue? 60 points. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but we have better guys who we can give more ice time to, so I'll release him. I'll release Eller as well. I'll release Garrett. We don't need him. Yahir. Now, he's a 71. So he might actually be pretty useful. Yeah, we'll sign Yahir. Close to Yager anyway, so might turn out to be something. Kolasar. How's he been in the AHL for us? I mean, he's pretty much been in the AHL for us the entire GM mode here, but consistent 30-point player, it looks like. 100 shots per season. Good physical player. Good ratio. Yeah, we'll re-sign Kolasar as some veteran depth for the AHL. Do not need O'Neill. Scarabelli, yep, he's a low elite. We will sign him. Luke Shen, don't need you. And Bodie Wild, he does not want to re-sign. And how much is he currently making? 2.3. So if we offer in a contract here, 3.5. That's a little much for Bodie Wild. And considering that he hasn't exactly been the greatest, especially with turnovers, I feel like I should release Bodie Wild here. There might be some better options in free agency, so we can release him here. Especially after not making the playoffs, you know, you want to shake something up here, so. Alright, Czak, Clapperton, Lynn, Pekarainen, and Pouliot are RFAs. So in terms of the RFAs, we'll just re-sign the guys for the minors here first. Nice and quick. Now, Pouliot. How much does he want? 1.2. Not terrible. I believe he was making 1 mil last year, right? Yeah. Pekarainen. How much does he want? 1.4. Okay. I mean, that's not terrible. Now, Czak is my main concern. He was making 4.4 last year. He's a low elite, or a medium elite, actually. So let's see. Oh, okay. He actually wants less. 3.4. I'm not sure if that's a bad sign or not for his growth. Probably is. But regardless, we're getting him cheaper here. And we can afford him. So that's the good news. We don't have to worry about another team offering him. So I think we'll just give Czak 3 years here, because that makes the most sense. And then, yeah, 3.5. That makes sense for Czak. Then Pekarainen. I mean, he was pretty solid. He's an 82 now as well. He's a third-line scorer. 20 points. But then again, we are looking up to upgrade the physicality on our fourth line. But also, Pekarainen could technically move up to the third line if we were to arrange the lines in a way that put Ragnarsson on the top 6. We'll just give him 1.4 for 1 year. As far as Pouliot goes, wasn't terrible with the takeaways and giveaways. He had 27 points on the third line, or fourth line rather. 49% on faceoffs. He's a medium top 6, so he definitely still has value. You know what? I'll tender a qualifying offer to Pouliot. Or do I want to sign him here? 1.2. I mean, that's not a lot of money. You can sign him and then trade him if you want. Yeah, what the heck. We'll sign him and trade him if we want to. Or maybe we'll start using him for at least for the start of the season. And if he doesn't work out, then we'll trade him. Just so it makes a little more sense. But yeah, we'll sign Pouliot. It's not like he's expensive here. Not asking for too much. And it's not like we are hitting the cap ceiling either. We actually have a little bit of breathing room this year. Thank goodness. I really thought Cizek was going to ask for like 5 mil at least. So it's good he asked for a less amount. Team friendly guy, I suppose. So yeah, that'll be about it for that. Volkov's now at 60. I don't remember what he started out as. So we'll see how he grows over the offseason. Then, of course, you got Vihohi. Then I'll just wait on all these guys. Well, actually, no, not all these guys. I will sign Nicholas Berry. He was insane in the draft. I'm shocked he dropped to where he did. So, Nicholas Berry, offer you a contract. Because remember, he had almost all straight A's across the board. So he might even be able to just replace Bodie Wild. And we'll be able to save even more cap. But yeah, he's the only one I'm signing in terms of unsigned guys. And now scouts. Alright, so we have a lot of scouts to re-sign here. We have like 8, I think. Yeah, this is quite a bit. So what I'll do is I'll just do all this off screen, and then we will get to the players re-signing and all that. So I'm just going to do this real quick. Alright, so all the scouts have been approached. Let's continue and see who signs. Advanced Day. So Reed Albert, scout, scout, another scout, another scout. Kolasar accepted, Yahar, Clapperton, Pouliot, Pekarainen, Cizek, all them. Simulate one more day just to see for any scouts. All right, no one's responding there. So we'll go back into here and take a look and see if we need to offer any other contracts to players. And it doesn't appear like it. No, everyone signed. Good. Very nice. So we will back out of this. And we should be able to just go to free agency here. Barnaby signs. Festerini. Rhodes, I believe that's it. In terms of scouts as well. So I'll just double check that real quick. Contract years. Yep, we're all good to go. All right. So let's get up to free agency. All right, here we go. Free agency time. Let's see how much cap we're working with. We're actually working with a little more than we've had in a while. 7.6 in cap space. You got Besser, you got Ekblad, Uelevi, Colin White, Marchand, Pacioretty, DeBrusque, Zadorov, Perlini, Vrana, Radish, Dvorak, Zaboral, Wild, Johansson, Carrick, Bjork, Kyrou, Kajula, Palmieri, Forbert, Hartman, Cole, all in free agency. So right off the bat, one guy I'm kind of leading towards, Taylor Radish. He was someone who I was looking at trading for when we traded for Bo Horvat. And you take a look at his stats. 37 points last year with Tampa. And then 50 the year before. He's a power forward, right wing. His takeaways are pretty good. And he gets normally around 120 to 140 hits per season. It looks like on average. He had a little bit below average season last year with 107, but that's still a lot of physicality. We could definitely use that. I'm not going to make any signings here. We're going to call it on July 1st. Want to know what you guys think as to who we should get. Christian Dvorak, because again, this is a big year. It might cost my job if we don't make the playoffs this year, because that would be 2 years in a row of no playoffs. The year after winning the Stanley Cup, that would not good. Jordan Kyrou. Let's see. No. I want someone who hits. Palmieri. He's 34. Not terrible with the takeaway, the giveaway ratio. Good amount of hits every year. Consistent 100-hit guy. Doesn't take face-offs. But can also get you points. Hartman. 33 points. Not liking the ratio there. I mean, he's a good hitter for sure, but just we can't afford too many giveaways than what our guys already do, or at least what they did from last year. Farabee, he's not bad with the ratio. However, that was a year in the AHL there for him. but he looks like he's mostly an NHL player. This is his first year in the NHL here. Not good there in terms of the ratio, but this year's second year was pretty good. 124 hits, 48 takeaways, and 37 giveaways. And then this past year as well, 52 and 35, and then 91 hits. So would he really be an upgrade from anyone on our current fourth line? Maybe. I mean, he only played 13 minutes of ice time last year, and he got 40 points in the NHL. So it's not even like that's the AHL. That's the NHL. And he's putting up those types of numbers with that limited amount of ice time. So Farabee might not be a bad idea. And as far as defense, I think we can just roll with our current defense because we're replacing Buddy Wild with Nicholas Barrie. Although it might not be a bad idea either to get a veteran seventh defenseman or someone who can step in to play instead of Barrie if he's not ready. So maybe Robert Hagg. I mean, he's physical. I don't like that ratio from the year before last year, though, and even before then. Last year wasn't terrible. Not ideal, though. Let's see, Marcus Peterson. Yeah, he's pretty bad. Colton Sissons. Not bad ratio. Dunno. He didn't even play a full season last year, and then the year before, bad ratio, yep, nope, no thank you. What about Patches? Get him for like 1 year. His ratio's not bad, he doesn't hit though. No, we need physicality. We really need physicality at forward, someone who could play the penalty kill. And who also doesn't turn it over, you know? So then on defense, maybe Cole? Maybe get Ian Cole back? I mean, he was pretty bad when he was with us. Bad ratio here, bad ratio here, bad ratio here. Yeah, no. Not getting Ian Cole back. Pionk. I mean, we already have so many right-handed defensemen. I would prefer a lefty. Sorry, Yarby, of course. Now that we're looking for lefties, all I'm seeing is righties. Mirko Mueller. He didn't play a full season last year, and his last full season was 2020, 2021. He hasn't even played since then, a full season at all, and then in between, he had like a 2 or 3 year gap there. Jeez. Yeah, no, thank you. No to Mirko Mueller. Kulikov, 34. Ratio from last year wasn't terrible. He hits. He's a lefty. Maybe. But then again, we don't know his overall. Niku. He's not really a consistent NHL player, so I'd rather avoid him. About Forbert. 33 years of age, a lefty. Oh, jeez, those turnovers from that year. Not too good. This past year wasn't too bad, especially compared to this year right here. So maybe if you play him in like half the games on the top 6, he might be able to do well for you. 100 hit player as well. So he might be an option for a 7th defenseman. I'm not even really looking at Wild at this point because I know there's better options out there and we want to play Barrie if we can, right? So Zaboral, I mean, I prefer someone who's older, like maybe in the 30s. But Zaboral, here's the thing, Zaboral's not bad. He's really not. 43, 88. I mean, the giveaways are slightly, not favorable. But at least he had some takeaways in there. He had hits, like a lot of them. So definitely something we could use to address the blue line. He is a minus 36, 39, but that at that point, it's probably just your team that's bad and not the player himself, especially since he had 2+ seasons right here. Zadorov, I mean, at this point, when you get to Zadorov, that's more of like a mainstay in your defensive core. You know, I'm looking for a 7th defenseman who could step in when needed, or if Barrie isn't ready, you know. And then goaltenders, let's just see this. So Martin Jones is available, DiPietro, Rask, Comrie, Bernier, Talbot, Schneider, Blackwood. Let's see how Blackwood is in here. Yeah, it's not terrible as a backup here. 921 save percentage. Okay, so we've basically seen everything there is to see in free agency here. Let me know what you guys think. Who we should get out of free agency, if anybody. And remember, we do have Nicholas Berry now on our defensive core, and he should be able to play next year. As we take a look in the system, we don't have a reading on his overall at all, but he did have almost straight A's through the draft, and that usually means you're ready year one. So let me know what you guys think, who we should sign in free agency, any trades we could make, and I'll see you guys in the next one.